Good morning, folks. It's Lindsey Huddleston back again with another SPS Monday Motivation. Back at it again. Wait for a few people to get up and join. Today we're talking about the resilient reset. That's right, the resilient reset. If you join us while the broadcast is starting, you can always rewind the tape. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, all those platforms under the SPS Edge of Lindsey Huddleston. So I want to get started for you guys. I want to talk about the resilient reset. I had the good fortune this weekend to celebrate my birthday. My birthday is actually tomorrow on Tuesday, but you got to take advantage of the weekend opportunity celebrating. And it was a great time indeed. A lot of friends and family came out considering it was the post-pandemic that we're living in, but also not knowing the serious severity of the flooding that took place throughout Detroit, Metro Detroit, and the rain that went throughout the state of Michigan. It was horrible. It was horrible, and I am very sympathetic towards my friends right now who may have experienced those things. I got friends in particular, Dinez and Dee. I saw their pictures and their videos about the damage to their home, and it really hurt me. I won't show their information out of privacy, but to see those things makes me think about, wow, what do we need to do? Because we're still kind of coming out of the COVID time. We're still kind of coming out of, just, a life of a lot of racial strife that we've seen, post George Floyd, and then these individual things happen to us right now. And I just really want to say, good morning, Mother. Mom was on bright and early. Thank you, Mother. Appreciate you coming out on Saturday. I know you're going to say it's not a big deal, but I remember leaving your home Saturday and having all these troubles getting on the freeways and all these different things, not knowing the severity. And I was just sharing with people. Now we're talking about a resilient reset. So let's just define resilience right now. Resilience is defined as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulty or toughness. The capacity to recover quickly from difficulty or any type of tough situation. You got to be resilient. How do you bounce back? How do you kind of fix things, if you will? So you talk about being resilient. That's very important. We talk about that in sports, but it's really important to talk about it in life too. But then when we talk about this reset, there's a mental reset psychology today talks about that we can have. And the term reset came to me when I was interviewing Vito Jordan, the coach at Fitzgerald High School. You'll see his video later on today. And he talked about going from, a winning program, if you will, to starting all over. And he said you have to be able to reset. And I think that's important. And when you reset, you press the reset button, you instantly distract the brain from its undesirable state of arousal. And you require it to pay attention to this new physical stimulus you have going on. And I say that as it relates to people and the challenge that they're having with water damage and things like that. I mean, I think these images I can show you, everyone can relate to what's going on, man. Those are the freeways. Those are the freeways that I was directed away from. The freeway I had to turn my car around, go the opposite way so not to be caught in that. And then when you ride in the morning, that early morning, you see all that, you say, wow. And then people's homes, man, oh my goodness. Like I said, I saw the beautiful pink basement of my friend Dee has. Everyone knows and loves Dee. She's a referee. You can see the time and effort she put into her home. And of course, this is not it. This is someone else's home. But you see the love and care, and you just feel so bad. And then my guy down there, shout out to the Regal Beagle, a very great gathering place he created in his home, with his pool table and all those type of things. But he was showing resiliency and talking about it. And when we get into this mental reset part, it's important in the sense that you derail the signals that activate your amygdala, your emotional fire alarm, that you just don't go off. And probably a lot of us have been challenged so much because what we've gone through. Here's your amygdala right here. It's a small P type thing. Thank you, Crystal, saying prayers for everyone affected. I totally agree. And that's what I'm trying to share this message on this day about this resilient reset that we need to have. Let's talk a little bit more about that. And thank you, Crystal. Hope you and the family are well too. Accepting the state of things as they currently are, instead of getting stuck wishing the world looked how you want it to be, is very important. Now, it's very easy for me to say in a home in East Lansing that's dry to just accept things. And I'm not being coarse or harsh, but I am talking about a psychological aspect. You can take that, allowing these thoughts to pass through. Instead of putting that mental pressure on yourself saying, why, accept that, and how bad we feel depends on our psychological baseline for what we consider normal. I think here's an excellent representation of that when you want to talk about that, when you want to understand your psychological baseline. And that's pretty much, imagine when you deal with your bank account. And some of us have a different amount that we looked at, when you're accepting the current state of things, let's say if you're used to having, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 in your bank account is a number you don't want to go below. But somehow you start going below that number and you start getting upset. Whatever that number is you choose. It can be $100, who knows? And you start feeling some kind of way. Well, instead of allowing yourself to be forever trapped in that feeling of negativity, what you need to be able to do is say, you know what, reduce that amount that you consider the baseline. So now if you say, you know what, if I only got $3,000 instead of $5,000 in the bank, I'm okay with that, considering. And then that way you can reduce the stress that you put upon yourself. And then there's another thing that is talked about in psychology is the mental rebelling aspect of what's going on. We mentally rebel. What we do is mental rebelling might involve a thought like, this can't be happening. This is awful. I can't take this. This sucks. Or why me? And again, I'm not saying to have your possessions to be washed away and ruined and you look at them and there's nothing you can do. They talk about the rain is going to come again potentially. I'm not just saying to not care, but what I'm trying to do is put people in a position that they don't become so mentally stressed out, so mentally affected that they won't be able to move on and have that resilient reset. I think that's very important. Again, we talk about it in sports and we got to be able to talk about it in life. And I just want people to know that despite all the things we've been through in the last 2 years and what may come, that we still have the ability as humans to be resilient and reset and start again, no matter how we feel that we don't want to be able to do that. What's up, fam? What's up, Shug? Checking in on me, man, on this Monday motivation, man. I'm just trying to send some encouraging words out to those, especially impacted by the flood and rain and what may come. Having that resilient reset, that ability to be able to come back. For those of us that were not affected, we can be supportive of others, be encouraging, being there for them. People are going to be in need. People are going to be in their homes. People are going to need a pat on the back. And in many cases, I use Dinez as an example, is that I know he's going to rebuild the Regal Beagle. Like, that's just who he is. He's going to rebuild it bigger, better, and so on. But in that interim, it's the memories. D for you, Delon the Little for you, it's the memories. I know you're a homemaker where you have people in your home, when you're not on the road, refereeing at the highest level. So these friends can come and say, remember when we came over and we did this? Because the memories will never go away. The memories are stronger than brick and mortar. It's the memories that we create that make that mental bond, that make us feel good. When those endorphins go off in our brain, we start thinking about the things we did in those spaces. These are only spaces, brick and mortar, that eventually will fade away because there's nothing man can make that can withstand Mother Nature. But let's be grateful that though we may have lost property, we still have our lives. I heard about all the cars going down and all that, but those are the material things. And that's a way we can adjust our baseline again and say, yeah, my car may have gone down, may have some car issues, but I was able to walk away from it. There may have been some things I've been planning to do, but I can't do it right now, but I'm still able to think and be cognizant of what my next move is and make it. We will continue to be challenged. The pandemic and the coronavirus wasn't the only challenge we're going to have in society. Things will continue to happen. It's going to be important for us to continue to be able to be resilient and reset. And those of us who were not affected, we still need to think, how would I handle this had it been me? Because we all have our time to be challenged. It's the beauty of life. To be able to live, you must be able to, experience challenges. And it's the challenges that make us appreciate those things that we have. My own personal challenges make me appreciate being able to come and hang out and share with people on a scale, no matter what it is, and to be appreciative of it. The fact that we have gotten through this coronavirus, and then you have these other things that we have to be strong for. Brother Simmons, how you doing, man? I'm doing beautiful, man. I'm just trying to give an encouraging word today. Many of our fellow Detroiters and others throughout the state of Michigan are dealing with flood waters and anticipation of more flooding. And I just want to encourage them to be that resilient and have that reset, a resilient reset, Kwame, just to be ready, Brother Simmons, for whatever may come. And brothers like yourself, sending a text message or getting on a call or just telling somebody, hey, be encouraged. If you can, go by a friend's home and just support. And what I was talking about is reliving those memories. The property may be damaged, but the memories are still in full effect. And we'll find that it's the memories that withstand longer than the property. Relive those memories. Be reminded of what you need to do. Be reminded of the experience that you had and be able to support each other. So I won't keep you too long on this Monday Motivation. I just want to wish you guys well. I want to wish you guys a great day, a great week, despite all the challenges that are going. We have our health. We have each other. So that means there's nothing that we can't do. Say, yes, sir, brother, there's nothing that we can't do. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate the support of SPS Edge. There'll be a number of interviews that will be coming out soon. I've been talking to a number of people on all levels, and I want to be able to share positive words that they've shared that can help others, not only in sports, but also in life. So with that, I want to wish you guys a great day. All the best. So you got Lindsey Hudson with SPS. Peace out.